Today we're diving deep into something I get asked about constantly. What are my absolute favourite speakers of all time, for ones that have genuinely blown me away and earned a permanent place in my heart? Right, let's get into it. At number 5 is the Bang & Olufsen Beolab 8000. This is my pick for a speaker that gives a warm, easy listening sound without being harsh. The Bang & Olufsen Beolab 8000 was launched in 1992 and was designed by David Lewis. It's probably the most iconic designer hi-fi speaker ever made. This is in part due to its unique construction. Unlike almost all other speakers which are made from wood or a variation of, the Beolab 8000 is made from a single milled piece of polished anodized aluminium. Standing at 132 centimeters tall but yet only 10 centimeters wide, it seems to almost defy gravity as it sits on a cone that seems to disappear into the very heavy bass stand. It really does look good from every angle. But it's not all show and no go. The sound these speakers make is rich and clear. Nobody has ever built a speaker with such little net volume, only 5.3 litres, with such an impressive sound. They are active speakers, and each speaker has 2 small woofers with a tweeter, powered by 2 separate power amplifiers built into the loudspeaker cabinet, one for bass and one for treble. The sound these speakers make is warm and relaxed, with enough detail to make anything they play shine without ever being harsh. They are ideal for use as background music for a dinner party or sitting down with a glass of wine and enjoying your favourite album. In 1995, Bang & Olufsen changed the Beolab 8000 from a three-way design to a two-way design with adaptive bass linearization. Despite these updates, the Beolab 8000 cannot defy the laws of physics. These speakers aren't for dubstep. That's why I paired mine with the Beolab 2 subwoofer. And you can pick up a pair of the aluminium ones for around $2,000 to $3,000 US. Coming in at number 4 is the Wilson Audio Alexia V. Introduced in fall of 2022, this American engineered speaker represents decades of relentless pursuit of audio perfection. What makes the Alexia V special? It incorporates breakthrough technologies first developed for the Wilson's flagship XVX. Yes, XVX, not SVX. The speaker shows what traditional passive speakers can achieve. Wilson's obsessive attention to detail shows in their proprietary material arsenal: V material, X material, and S material. Now, I don't know what that means either, but each is strategically placed to create a cabinet so dead it might as well be carved from granite. But Wilson's true genius lies in time alignment. Using an elaborate sled mechanism, the Alexia V achieves time alignment between all drivers to within 2 microseconds at the listening position. Wilson takes this further by introducing adjustments that account for room size, listener height, and even the height of your listening chair. The precision is almost obsessive, and you hear it immediately. The sound is everything you'd expect from a Wilson. Warm, clear, and remarkably accurate, yet surprisingly pleasant for extended listening. There's genuine swagger here, with dynamics that can catch you off guard one moment, then reveal the most delicate musical details in the next. What's interesting is how the Alexia V managed to organize even complex musical passages without sounding overly clinical. The driver complement includes 1-inch carbon silk dome tweeters and 7-inch pulp mid-range, both aligned and angled with pinpoint accuracy, plus stiffened 8-inch and 10-inch rear vented woofers. Each driver is optimized to work in perfect harmony with the other. It also is very heavy, at 120 kilograms, and it's 130 centimeters tall. At $67,500 per pair in standard finish, the Alexia V sits perfectly in Wilson's lineup. Sophisticated enough to satisfy the most demanding audiophile, yet accessible enough to anchor a serious high-end system. The Bang & Olufsen Beolab 90, this Danish engineering marvel, isn't just a speaker. It's perhaps the most advanced digital speaker ever created. And it looks like something from a sci-fi movie. Here's what makes the Beolab 90 absolutely extraordinary. 18 premium drivers powered by an incredible 8,200 watts per speaker. But raw power is just the beginning, because the real magic lies in its revolutionary beam control technology. The Beolab 90 features 7 scan speak illumination tweeters and 7 illumination mid-range units arranged in a unique configuration that allows the speaker to literally steer sound beams around. Using individual DSP processing for each driver, the system can direct a beam of sound in any direction in the horizontal plane with controlled beam width. Think of it of having a spotlight for your audio. You can aim the sound exactly where you want it. The breakthrough innovation here is active room compensation technology, which compensates for the effects of your room, furniture placement, and speaker positioning. The side-mounted drivers work perfectly out of phase to nullify sounds that would normally hit the sidewalls of your listening room, effectively eliminating problematic reflections that muddy the sound. What's remarkable is the level of control this gives you. Through Bang & Olufsen's app, you can adjust the beam width and direction on the fly. Want a wide soundstage for background music? Narrow it down for critical listening. The Beolab 90 adapts instantly. The construction of these speakers is equally impressive. Each speaker weighs 137 kgs and measures nearly 125 centimeters high, housed in a meticulously crafted sealed enclosure that's as much sculpture as it is speaker. This delivers a pair of speakers that sound like the Beolab 8000s but turned up to max with better bass response. The only issue was the price. When launched in 2016, they were $85,000 per pair. 9 years later, this has risen to an eye-watering $212,000 US, where by the rate of inflation, they should be more like $115,000. So they're very expensive, but at least they come in a variety of finishes and bespoke options, so it can match your expensive living room. At number 2 is the Meridian DSP5000. This is where British engineering meets digital innovation, and the result is spectacular. The DSP5000 isn't just a speaker with some digital bits. It's a complete digital audio system. Each speaker contains 24-bit DACs, active digital crossovers, and multiple 75-watt amplifiers, bringing 225 watts per speaker. Separate amplifiers for each driver. And that means you've got a 25mm aluminium dome tweeter, 160mm polypropylene mid-bass driver, and 2 massive 200mm bass drivers in a 2.5-way configuration. But the real magic is the DSP processing. A high-speed Freescale chip running at 150 MHz, correcting phase timing and responses in real time. Total harmonic distortion is under 0.02%. What this all means is that the sound is incredibly precise, with bass down to 35 Hz. The sound staging is holographic. This all results in a very serious speaker. The sound is accurate, yet delicate, with real space between instruments and vocals. They are also very responsive with no muffled bass notes. Originally $7,500 per pair, you can find them used for $1,200 to $1,600 a day, making them one of the best bargains in high-end digital audio. The only downside, they can sound almost too perfect. All that digital processing creates an incredibly accurate but sometimes clinical presentation in the sound. When you want pure musical truth without colorization, the DSP5000 delivers like few speakers can. And now taking the top spot is the Meridian DSP8000. This British engineering masterpiece has been the benchmark for digital speakers since 2000. What sets these speakers apart is their revolutionary approach. They're not just speakers, they're sophisticated computers that happen to make sound. The DSP8000 is fully active with built-in amplifiers, DACs and digital crossovers, all integrated in the cabinetry. No external components needed. The heart of the system is its advanced DSP processing. The digital brain constantly analyzes and refines the audio signal in real time, even delaying higher frequencies so that it can arrive at your ears perfectly synchronized with the slower bass notes. It's precision engineering at its finest. The construction is equally impressive, featuring a separate sealed head unit for the mids and highs that's completely isolated from the bass section below. Those 6 bass drivers in the bass section are arranged horizontally in opposed pairs, like a Porsche flat-six engine, effectively cancelling out cabinet vibrations. In terms of power, the original DSP8000s featured 5 separate 150-watt amplifiers. The 2021 DSP8000 takes this further with 6 Class D amplifiers delivering 1,740 watts while processing audio up to 384 kHz. The cabinet is constructed using multiple layers of carefully seeded woods, metals and resins to create an exceptionally inert enclosure that adds zero coloration to the sound. And it's a big boy at 105 kgs and 135 centimeters high. All this engineering wizardry combines to create what many consider the most acoustically accurate loudspeaker on the market. The sound, razor sharp clarity with bass that hits at exactly the right moment. You don't just hear the music, you hear each individual instrument suspended in three-dimensional space with perfect separation and depth. But here's the thing, this technological tour de force comes with a little bit of a trade-off. All that digital precision eliminates any hint of analog warmth. Despite their British heritage, these speakers feel almost Germanic in their clinical perfection. Some love it, others miss that vintage tube amp glow. The good news, the latest XC model now includes balanced analog inputs, so you can pair them with a warm valve preamp and potentially get the best of both worlds. Are they expensive? Absolutely. We're talking a list price of $125,000 US. But when your goal is reproducing music with studio level accuracy and zero compromise, the DSP delivers like nothing else on the planet. So those are my top 5 speakers. Let me know down below in the comments if you agree or disagree with my selection. Maybe you have heard even better speakers or another pair of speakers. I'd love to know. And if you haven't subscribed, you should really be subscribing right now and hitting that bell notification icon and giving the video a like if you enjoyed the content. Anyway, I'll be along soon with more content like this.